So, Xbox's E3 presentation was yesterday. Let's talk about this.
Can you
Hey everybody, what is going on? Brandon here, and Xbox's E3 presentation was yesterday. I've been trying to get videos up all day. I've been working on so many of them, but this is just my quick, real fast E3 breakdown. I'm going to talk about things that I thought were cool looking or things I thought were really bad looking. This is just basically my E3 Xbox highlight video. So, yeah, let's get right into it. Now, the first thing they showed off, obviously, was Outer Worlds. Now, this game, we've seen gameplay of it already. We've seen a little bit. We're getting rumors about what all is going on in the game. We're getting a little bit more information. They just teased us a little bit more, gave us a little bit more footage, and yeah, I'm still really excited about Outer Worlds. I think this is a game I'm probably going to spend a lot of time in. I'm pretty excited about this one, but the next game they showed off, I didn't even really know much about. I'd heard about it. I'd heard that Ninja Theory had been working on it, but I didn't know anything about it, and that is Bleeding Edge. Now, I didn't know how to feel about this game because to me it kind of looks like a mixture between Lawbreakers and Overwatch, but I don't know. It looks like it could be a lot of fun. I'm really interested in trying it out. Ninja Theory is a studio. I don't think they've really made anything I've disliked, so I'm pretty excited about this. I'll definitely be checking it out. I'm definitely signing up for that technical alpha because I want to get in there early and get some gameplay and know what kind of game this really is, because the gameplay footage we got here kind of gave us an idea, but it looks like there's probably a lot more to it than has really been revealed so far, so I'm pretty excited about this game too. The next game I can't help but be excited for is Ori Will of the Wisps. They showed off a little bit of gameplay here. It looks awesome. Now, Ori and the Blind Forest is a game I've actually had for a while, and I never actually played it until a few months ago. And I couldn't believe that it was one of those gems that everybody told me to play and I heard was really good, and I didn't know if I really wanted to try it, but I loved it. So this game, Ori Will of the Wisps, it looks amazing. I love the art style. I love the way that they blended everything with 3D and 2D animations. It looks amazing. It looks like at the very least it's going to be a very beautiful and enjoyable experience. Even if it's not necessarily fun the whole time, it looks like no matter what you're doing, this game's going to keep you pulled in, and it looks very interesting. Next up is a game we actually got wind of back in 2018 and didn't really hear much about it, and actually I forgot about it until I saw this trailer, and that is Minecraft Dungeons. Now, I'm pretty excited about this because I love Minecraft. Even though I do kind of get bored on vanilla Minecraft nowadays, I do usually have to go to mods and stuff like that, servers with mod packs on it, or make my own server. Me and Nathan make a lot of goofy servers on Minecraft on there from time to time, but Minecraft Dungeons looks interesting to me. It looks kind of like Diablo or Path of Exile with some Minecraft flair. So I'm pretty interested in it, especially it is going to be co-op, obviously. I think a lot of people are going to have fun playing with their friends on this. Even if you're not a fan of Minecraft, I think you could still get into this and enjoy it. Now, I do worry it does kind of look like it may end up just being a cheaply put together knockoff just to sell something else on the Minecraft name. But who knows, this game could actually be amazing, and I'm excited to try it out, so hopefully it is. Now, next up was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Now, a lot of people are skeptical of this. I'm a little skeptical about it. You know, EA has not really done very well with this property, but this game does look really good. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm not going to be pre-ordering it. I'm not going to be purchasing it day one. This is one I'm going to give time. I'm going to see how everybody else reacts to it before I spend my money and buy it. Unless EA, you want to throw a copy my way, then we can do that. We can work something out. And then I'll try it out. But until then, until I hear some other people's comments about it, I don't know if it's one I'm going to sink money into buying, but it's one I'm interested in. It's definitely one that I'm keeping my eyes on. The next one to catch my attention, and this one shocked me. I thought this game was going to be Outlast 2, and then I thought for a minute maybe Silent Hill, but Blair Witch. I was more shocked at the title than anything because I did not expect it. It came out of left field, but I'm interested. The trailer caught my attention, but trailers are made to do that. So again, skeptical, but the trailer caught my attention. It looked really good. It kind of looked like Outlast, so I'm thinking they're going with that kind of style, but I'm interested in it. This was one of the surprises at E3 for me. This is one that I saw and was kind of taken aback, and you know, I'm impressed. I want to try it. I want to see what they can manage to do with this game based on a really crappy movie that was made, I think in the 90s is when that came out. I don't know, I was pretty little when it came out, so at the very least I was maybe a teenager, so I'm really interested to see what they do with this. Then obviously, unless you've been living under a rock, you know Keanu Reeves stole the show with Cyberpunk 2077. Not only did he show up in the gameplay footage they were showing, but then he showed up on stage. This, to me, was the highlight of E3. At least one of the biggest highlights of E3, if not the biggest. I would say probably the biggest. But Cyberpunk 2077 is a game that I think pretty much all of us are excited for. CD Projekt Red, they never fail to deliver on a game. They are a pretty awesome group of developers, and they've managed to make, obviously, The Witcher 3 one of the greatest games ever. They've got so much hype behind this game, and then to bring Keanu Reeves on stage just even builds it up even more. So I'm very excited about this game. Hopefully it is not going to be a bust. I'm doubting it will be. I think it's going to probably be definitely a Game of the Year contender when it does finally release. But yeah, 2077, this game, I think this is on everybody's hype list near the top. At least everybody I've talked to is just so excited for this game. Next up was a gem that actually caught me by surprise, and that was Spiritfarer. This game, I've never heard about it. I don't think I'd ever heard of the studio that's making it. But seeing the trailer to this game, I was very, very pleasantly surprised. This kind of game isn't really my thing, but it kind of looked like a mixture of Fallout Shelter style gameplay mixed with Animal Crossing, and it looked really good. It looked really interesting. Being able to continue to build on your house and your ship and fare these spirits across the river Styx, I'm assuming. Based on the gameplay, I'm guessing that's what it is, but it looks interesting. My wife is really interested in it. My son, he looked interested in it, so I think this game is one of those hidden gems that I'm glad I watched the E3 presentation, because I probably wouldn't have known about had I not watched it. So now I know to keep my eyes out for it and watch for it, because it actually looks really good. Next up was Battletoads. Now, this one, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. I was originally very excited when I heard Battletoads was being remade. It was a game I played as a kid a lot. Now, we always have those rose-tinted glasses when we, remember a game from our childhood sometimes. And Battletoads is one of those games that I think I might have just had rose-tinted glasses whenever I was looking back on it. Because I went through and I played the Super Nintendo version a few weeks ago, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't anything super great. And then I saw the E3 reveal of the new Battletoads game, and while I do sort of like the art style that they were going with, I'm not really sure if it's going to carry over very well in this day and age. The gameplay didn't look really like anything really new. It also didn't really look like it was going to carry over very well from the past generations. Like somebody like myself could pick it up and really have a blast playing it the same way I did when I was a kid. Now, I think young children may really like this. I think my son will probably play the hell out of it. But as for original Battletoads fans, I don't know if we're really gonna get that same feeling playing this one that we got when we played the one when we were kids. So this one I'm on the fence about. I'm skeptical and interested and all over the place with Battletoads. But at the very least, I am glad to see that the characters are still around and kicking. The next one that caught my attention, obviously, most of you know I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan, was Dragon Ball Kakarot, the new Dragon Ball RPG that's coming out. The trailer started off with a little footnote from Akira Toriyama, the author of Dragon Ball in the series, saying, "I hope you enjoy the game." We got into the trailer a little bit, and I gotta say, I'm not very enthusiastic about this game. For a few different reasons. Now, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. I mean, I will probably own this game, and I will play it, and I will beat it. That does not mean I'm enthusiastic about it. Because we've had, I think, about 5 or 6 RPGs of Dragon Ball from Goku's perspective. Most of them going through the exact same storyline we're going to be going through here. Based on the gameplay we've seen, the combat looked like the same combat that Bandai Namco has been reusing over and over and over again, and I'm kind of getting tired of it. Let's see, we had Jump Force. Combat was the exact same as the combat in Xenoverse. It was the exact same kind of combat they used in My Hero One's Justice. It was the exact same kind of combat they used in the Naruto games. They're just reusing the same engine and the same combat over and over and over again. All they're doing is changing textures, modifying it a little bit, and then spitting out the same thing we've already played or done multiple times. Now, I really love Dragon Ball games. I liked Fighters because it was finally something a little bit different. But after Tenkaichi and Tenkaichi 2 and 3 and then Ultimate Tenkaichi and then the Xenoverse games and all the other Bandai Namco games that have been using this engine, I'm burnt out on it. I'm very burnt out on it. I wish they would, if they're going to make a Dragon Ball game, I wish they would do something a little bit different, not just retell the same story, doing the same RPG, because I feel like this is going to be a 3D version of the Legacy of Goku game for the Game Boy Advance. I feel like that's all this is going to end up being. Like I said, I'll own it, I'll play it, I'll beat it, and I'll probably enjoy myself, but it's not a game I am horribly excited about, and that really bums me out when it comes to Dragon Ball, because this is one of my favorite franchises of all time, and I'm pretty much excited about anything Dragon Ball related that comes out, and this one just doesn't really excite me. But moving on. Another one that stood out to me was 12 Minutes, where you play a man that's stuck in a time loop trying to prevent his wife or his girlfriend's death. At least that's what I gathered from the trailer. I'm interested. It's a top-down perspective game, and you're stuck in a 12-minute time loop, and you gotta keep making different decisions. I think this looks pretty fun. I do worry, though, it's about replayability. I don't think replayability is really going to be an option here, because I think once you go down so many paths and you find the correct path to win after you beat it, I don't see a lot of people sticking around. But I may be wrong. There might be a bunch of different time loops, or there might be so many different variations of the time loops that you can do it a million different ways. Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see, but this is a game I am keeping my eye on because it does look interesting. Next big one was obviously Gears 5. Now, I don't know how I feel about this. I wasn't really a big fan of Gears of War 4. I was only sort of a fan of the first Gears of War game. I didn't play 2 or 3 for a while. So Gears of War is not really a franchise that I sink a lot of time into or play a whole bunch. So I'm interested in 5. I'll play it, but I don't know if it's really going to be a game that I'm that excited for unless we get a little bit more information. A lot of the stuff they showed was kind of just, okay, why? That looks cool, I guess, but it's not really revolutionary, so I guess we'll just wait and see. But Gears 5 is one I will keep my eyes out on, but yeah, you can go ahead and, throw me to the wolves. I'm not a huge Gears of War fan, so I'm not really sure this is one I'm going to be horribly excited to play, but because we get it with Game Pass, I'll be playing it. Next up on the list that caught my attention was actually a huge surprise and not something I expected whatsoever, and that is the LEGO DLC for Forza Horizon 4. This is something not even in my wildest dreams would I have expected this to be at E3. The trailer started playing and I thought for sure it was going to be another LEGO game, and it was just using Forza Horizon 4 to segue into that, but nope, it's a DLC for Forza. So, yeah. Not really sure how I feel about this one. I'm a little confused as to why they thought this was something to spend money making, but who knows? It'll probably make money. Some people are probably interested in it, and I'm not interested in it. I just didn't expect it whatsoever, so that made it a very interesting announcement at E3 yesterday. And next up on the list is Sega bringing Phantasy Star 2 to the Xbox One. Now this is actually pretty cool. Now, I played the original Phantasy Star on Dreamcast way back in the day, and I liked it. It was a pretty enjoyable game. It was one of the first MMORPGs ever. And I remember when 2 came out, I believe it was actually out already in the United States once, but didn't do well enough here early on to where they shut it down. And I believe it's still active overseas anyway. But now it's being brought back to the United States through the Xbox One and being brought to other countries with the Xbox One. And this one excites me. I have not played Phantasy Star Online 2, so I'm pretty excited to try it out. Next up on the list is one that stood out to me, but for probably a reason you wouldn't expect, and that is because I had no clue what this game is, or who it's by, or what exactly I'm supposed to be watching. They came out and they announced a Legend was coming to Xbox One that's been on PC for a long time and has never been on console, and it was finally coming over to console, and this was huge, and it was a legendary developer and a legendary game, and then I was expecting World of Warcraft, or, a Diablo 2. I was expecting a game that's, when you say legendary, it really is kind of legendary in status, and they announced this game, Crossfire X. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad game. I'm not saying this game isn't awesome and is going to be great when it comes over to Xbox. What I am saying is, I have no clue what this game is. I have never played it, I've never heard about it, It's not one that's ever been on my radar. So I don't really know how to feel about it, and I was kind of blown away when I kept hearing legendary developers, legendary games coming to Xbox, never been on console, it's a PC game, and I've been playing PC games for 25 years, 28 years, or not 28, 28 be a stretch, 25 years probably be about right. So I've never heard of this game, and I don't know how to feel about it. But let me know what you guys think. Have you heard of this game? If you have, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what I'm missing. Let me know where I need to go and look into info for this game, because I've never heard of this game. So hopefully it's awesome. But yeah, kind of took me off guard and by surprise there. Next up on the list is Borderlands 2 DLC that was announced. Yep, that's right. You heard that correctly. There were Borderlands 2 DLC announced at E3. That's free for anybody who owns Borderlands 2, so you can play that and it'll hold you over until Borderlands 3 comes out. I thought that was pretty cool. Not a lot of times you see developers make DLC to give back to the players that are already playing one of their games to kind of hold you over until their new game comes out. That was really neat. I was actually pleasantly surprised by that. That was one of the standouts at E3 for me, at least one of them. Next highlight was actually a little bit of disappointment. I was really excited to hear a little bit more about Elden Ring, the new game written by George R.R. Martin, the author of Game of Thrones. I was really excited about hearing some more about this game, maybe getting some gameplay footage, a good trailer, and instead we got this really convoluted, very mysterious trailer that didn't really tell us much of anything. I'm still excited about this game, but this trailer was really, it depressed me because it was pretty much just words. There was some imaging being used, but for the most part, it was words. It was titles on the screen and sparkles coming off in classic Bandai Namco style for their trailers. So yeah, I was not very impressed with this trailer, and I really have no clue what to think about this game now, and that really bums me out because when I leave E3, I want to be like, man, I am pumped for this game. And this left me more confused than I was before I went in and watched the trailer. And lastly, my big highlight of E3 Xbox, they had to end it on a high note when it comes to games, is Halo Infinite. We got a little bit of engine footage with Halo Infinite, still no gameplay, but we did get an idea of the direction they're going to go with the story. A very small idea, but at least an idea. And I'm excited. I love Halo. I do think Halo 5 was not nearly as good as it could have been. I'm hoping they return to form with Halo Infinite. We'll see. They did announce it's going to be a launch title on whatever Project Scarlet's official name is going to be in Holidays season of 2020. Not sure if we're going to get a bundle deal. That would be pretty sweet. I doubt it though. Xbox usually doesn't launch bundles around the holidays because they don't sell as much stuff when they do that. So it's kind of a shitty thing, but that's the way they operate. But these were my highlights from E3 2019. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. What were your highlights of E3? Did I miss anything? Was there anything that you actually thought you really want to play that I didn't discuss here? I know I did not discuss everything that was announced at Xbox's E3 panel. I left a lot out because I wasn't interested in a lot of the stuff there that they showcased. So let me know in the comments down below though. Do you want me to talk about a game that maybe I didn't talk about here? Do you have a disagreement with me about a game I might have talked about here? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video and you want to see more, please do me a favor and hit that red subscribe button. If you want to know anytime Nathan or I upload videos, please do us a favor and ring that bell icon so YouTube will send you notifications. Thank you guys though, and I will see you all next time.